Today on Trisha. He controls her every move.
You damn right Maria can't have no friends. And she better not get on Facebook when I'm not there.
I want to go back to school to become a veterinarian. He wants me to stay home and have kids and be with him constantly.
And he could be cheating too.
He stays out to 2 days at a time, no phone calls.
I started finding underwear and earrings in his car.
I don't wear panties. I'm saying the only thing I know.
Maria's family is here, and they want Valchez gone for good.
You're controlling, lying.
He might control her,
And ain't no woman of mine's gonna be running around.
but he can't control the lie detector.
Did the panties Maria find in the car belong to a woman you had sex with?
The polygraph determined that Valchez.
Lynette suspects Darnell is living a double sex life.
So what you're saying, he's bringing a strange woman into your house and she's...
A pronoun prostitute.
Lynette's daughter says cheating is far from this couple's only problem.
He is verbally abusive. Why are you disrespecting my mother in front of my children, in front of me?
Mind your own
That is my business.
you know
That
what
is
I'm
my
saying?
business.
And
That is my business.
You women know what to do to trigger a man to say
Oh,
or do.
come
Nah.
on. When there are children there, it doesn't matter what buttons anyone pushes, you can control your mouth.
Truth is only the beginning.
Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your friend's ex-girlfriend? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell.
Today on Trisha.
Welcome 20-year-old Maria. Backstage is Maria's 38-year-old boyfriend, Valchez. Now, Maria is convinced that her mature boyfriend is acting like a child and cheating on her with multiple women. Maria says Valchez comes home smelling of perfume that's not hers. She found panties in their car, also not hers. To make matters worse, Maria says she got a call from a woman claiming to be Valchez's fiancée and mother of his child. Listen to Maria describe this bitter situation.
My father was never around when I was younger, so I knew when I had children, I'd rather have their father in their lives. I met this man named Valchez, and he swept me off my feet. Only after a month of dating him, I wound up pregnant. I know Valchez is cheating on me, even though he just denies. I started finding underwear and earrings in his car. To make matters worse, Valchez is 18 years older than me. He treats me more like a child than the mother of his child. I can't have friends, I can't go to the club, I can't even get on Facebook unless he's hovering over me. I think Valchez tries to control me, so I won't find out that he's cheating. But today, he has no control over them results, and he better pray that he passes. I'm young, I'm beautiful, and if he fails this lie detector test, I'm gonna have to move on.
Well, now, Maria's concerned cousin Shelby is backstage. She claims Valchez is abusive and controlling and wants Maria out of this relationship, as does Shelby's boyfriend, Shad, who says the drama has put his own relationship at stake. Maria, why are you here? What brings you here?
Well, Trisha, I'm here to find out if my fiancé Valchez is cheating on me. We have a 7-month-old son who just turned 7 months today. He's controlling.
Yeah.
He won't let me get on Facebook, like the video says. He's controlling. I can't get on Facebook without him hovering over me. I can't take our son to the park.
Huh?
I can't hang out with my best friend.
Whoa. You can't take your son to the park?
No.
Why not?
Because he has to be right there with me. Because he thinks I'm gonna talk to somebody else or end up leaving him for somebody else.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
How old is he?
38.
If you think he's cheating on you, he's always got to be with you when you go out. Are you always with him when he goes out?
No. He stays out to 2 days at a time, no phone calls. He won't call his son. He says his cousins, or he's done got too drunk that he can't drive home, so he spends the night.
But you don't believe that?
No, I don't.
What have you found? You said you
I
found...
found underwear and earrings in the back seat of the car.
How did he explain it?
He explained it like, he told me first they were mine, but they ain't my size. I know what my panties look like.
Yeah.
Then he said it belonged to a family member of mine, and now he claims he don't know whose they are.
You had a baby early. Are you thinking about going back to school or anything?
Yes, I want to go back to school, but
Good
I
for
can't
you.
go back to school. I
Why
want to go
not?
back to school to become a veterinarian because he wants me to stay home and have kids and be with him constantly.
No, you're not telling me he's not allowing you to go to school.
I can't go to school with him.
Why are you with him?
I need my son's father to be in his life.
Valchez is here, and while he admits to being controlling, he denies cheating on Maria. So before we meet him, take a look at why he feels he has to control Maria.
I'm here today to clear my name. I'm not cheating on my woman, Maria. But one thing I am is controlling. You damn right Maria can't have no friends. I'm the only friend she needs. Maria can't drive my car. The only time she can drive it is when I'm in it. She's not gonna go pick up other dudes. And she better not get on Facebook when I'm not there. I watch every move when she's on that site, and then I'll make her log out. Maria's young, and I know her past, and ain't no woman of mine's gonna be running around. I do what I gotta do to maintain my woman's innocence. So a cheater? I'm not. Controlling? I just do that because I love her.
Please welcome Valchez. That's what people... Now. Valchez, I find it difficult to believe anyone would do that. She's not allowed to have friends, she tells me.
No, ma'am. She's not allowed to have friends because all her friends, they don't want to prosper. Only thing they want to do is they want to sit around, drink, and wait on the next high.
Well, if you want her to prosper, let her go to college. Let her go to school.
Yes, she has. Yes, you're right. You're right about that.
Do you have kids who are older than her?
Yes, I got kids that's older than her. Yes, ma'am. And then from the past relationships,
Yeah.
you know, that's the reason why that I'm controlling from the past relationships, because you could tell me, and you could tell a person anything, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just tell me anything, you know, and the same thing in the back of your mind, you know, you're doing one thing and then you're gonna do another.
You feel you need to be around her all the time so you can check up on her not cheating on you?
Right, yes,
So
ma'am.
is she allowed to be around you all the time to check up that you're not cheating all the time?
No.
Well, no, because it's
Why not?
she's only,
How's that work?
she's only 20. She's only 20, so she can't go to the clubs or anything. You know, I'm more older, so I can go to the club.
Why don't you go out together?
I'm saying it's not, you know, when you're 18, and 19, 20, you know what I'm saying, you can't get in the same places that I can get into.
But you're talking about molding her and being adult. Why are you still going to clubs at 38 when you've got a baby in the house?
We be around each other. We be around each other so much, you know. It be time, you know. If you're around each other a lot, then you know the littlest things gonna have you bickering, you know, with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't really like to argue with her, you know.
So is that why you disappear for how long?
Yeah, a couple
For 2
days.
days
you know what I'm saying?
straight.
That's
2
because
days
I
straight,
be
don't
out.
call nothing.
I be out trying to get food for the house. You know what I'm saying? Put money and
You
stuff
too
in the
busy
house.
out. He's too busy out getting drunk, lying, saying he falls asleep on his cousin's couch. Too busy
No.
tipping the damn bottle. That's what he's doing.
But it's not me always.
Have you got a drink problem?
I do drink a little bit, you know, but
A little
sometimes- Majority.
All
of
right,
the time.
okay. Let's rewind the tape there. Valchez, do you have a drink problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. That's probably the first honest word you've said.
No, I've been saying it.
Now, so are you telling me you never cheated in this haze of drinking? You've sat down with other women drinking and maybe the lines have been crossed?
No, ma'am. I'm saying, when I was away, I'm saying she had cheated on me when she was pregnant with my son. So
Yes,
He forgave me.
Hey, whoa. You cheated when you were pregnant?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Yes, I cheated when I was pregnant. I told him about it. He forgave me, but it's still there.
But
I know it's still
why
there.
did you cheat when you were
He
pregnant?
was locked up. I needed it. I had hormones.
you needed it. So that's the reason why. That's where the controlling stuff comes in, and being more responsible. That I have to motor because she's
just
so
a minute.
easy misled.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you forgave her, then that
Right,
should...
I forgave her,
You
but
don't
I didn't
trust her.
forget it.
Do you trust her?
No, I don't trust her. I don't trust her because sometimes I don't even trust
Oh, you don't trust each other?
No, sometimes I don't even trust my mama because you could tell me anything. I'm saying I'm not gonna just go for anything.
These panties in the car that she found.
Ma'am, she did find panties in the car, but they were behind her seat. I don't wear panties. I'm saying the only thing I know that it could be her cousin could set me up anyway. I don't wear panties, ma'am. I'm saying they was
I'm
behind
not talking
her
about
seat.
you. I'm talking about, did you have a woman in the car?
No, ma'am, it didn't have anything to do with me.
Okay, well, look, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will meet Maria's cousin Shelby, who's here to confront Valchez about what she calls his lying and controlling ways. We'll be back.
Next. Maria's family is here, and they want Valchez gone for good.
You're controlling, a lying.
Later, Lynette suspects Darnell is living a double sex life.
So what you're saying, he's bringing a strange woman into your house and she's
A pronoun prostitute.
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
Okay, earlier in the show we met 20-year-old Maria. Who is here to find out if her 38-year-old boyfriend Valchez is cheating. Now, Maria's cousin Shelby is also hoping Maria will dump Valchez because she claims not only does Valchez sleep around, but he is also controlling and abusive. Please welcome Shelby. Oh. Wow. What do you want to say? What do you want to say, Shelby?
All I have to say is you're controlling, a lying bastard.
Ooh.
I'm a controlling lying bastard. You don't even know. I'm saying all I know is you put them panties in the back of my seat and try to set me up.
I would do that. I would do that.
I believe you would.
Hang on, all right, just a minute.
I believe you would.
Okay, now this is Shad. Shelby, this is your partner, Shad. Let me ask you, have you ever covered for Valchez?
Of course.
Plenty of time.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Because I know that he ain't doing anything. He's just out trying to do it, you know, get away for a little bit.
Oh, what about Arizona, though? What about Arizona?
What about Arizona?
Okay, I lied. That's the one time.
Did you cover for him with that lie? But what was the truth? Come on.
He went to Arizona with another lady.
So you two...
I don't believe you.
You're saying that's not true?
No, ma'am. I went to go see the boxing match between Mayweather and Conan, ma'am. I did not go to be with another woman. I did not go to be with another woman. That's not true. That's not true.
So, Shelby,
That's not true.
you... Just a minute.
You're coming for her because you're family member.
Just a second. Shelby, you said that he's controlling. Have you ever seen that or just heard from your cousin?
Yes, she's not even allowed to call. He knows he spit in her face, Trisha.
I ain't never
He
seen
has
that.
Yes,
I've never seen that.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I never
That's
seen
a lie.
no
That's a lie.
panties,
No.
no panties.
No. That's a lie.
Drunk.
That's a lie. No.
Oh,
Drunk.
so you think
No.
if you can't remember it, it didn't happen?
Right.
I don't remember spitting. I don't think I never done that. No.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
That's a lie. That's
It ain't no lie. Whatever.
That's a lie.
Both of them lying right now.
Whoa. So we're talking about what is the truth and what is a lie. That is why Tim Acosta is here. Now, before we come to Tim, now, Maria, I don't know what the results of the lie detector test are, but what if Valchez has cheated on you? Then
we're through. Then we're through.
But why?
Why? Because I have my whole life ahead of me.
But
I want to go to school and be a veterinarian and prosper and take care of my son.
Miss Goddard, I haven't cheated on her. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
let's
And it
find
wasn't
out.
from
That's
a tick for, and I don't do a tick for attack. Just because she cheated on me, that don't give me the right to go
let's
cheat
find
on
out.
her.
Let's find out. Let's welcome our
Whatever.
polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta. Tim, are you ready? Okay, so I'll have let me read the questions out as usual. I don't know what they are. I'm just going to read the questions and what you said, Valchez, and whether you were telling the truth or not. So let's get started. And I do hope there's not I was so drunk I don't remember this. It didn't happen in this. I'm just saying you could have passed. Let's find out. We asked you, Valchez, do you want the truth to come out today? You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was not being truthful.
of this. Let's read. Look, if you brought him here for truth, then you need to listen to this. He's going to convince you that him and all his drinking haze is more right than Tim with the 20-odd years of experience. We asked you, Valchez, when you told Maria you were going fishing, were you lying? You said no. Tim.
The polygraph determined at Valchez.
Coming up,
Did the panties Maria find in the car belong to a woman you had sex with?
The polygraph determined at Valchez.
but first, Lynette suspects Darnell is living a double sex life.
So what you're saying, he's bringing a strange woman into your house and she's
a pronoun prostitute.
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
Please welcome Lynette. Lynette and this man, Darnell, have been together for 9 years. And in a few days, they will be doing one of two things. Either celebrating their anniversary or breaking up. And that's why Lynette believes in her heart that Darnell is living a secret life by cheating with and supporting other women. And Lynette is not alone. Her daughter, Shante, is here and has come to our show with a mission to convince her mother to dump Darnell, who she says is not only cheating, but abusive and controlling. Now, what are the clues that have led you to this?
Well, when I go to Chicago to visit my children, things come up missing from my home. Things appear in my home. He tells me that I take them with me, and I know what I bring in and out of my house.
So what you're saying, he's bringing a strange woman into your house, and this woman is taking them.
A pronoun prostitute. She claims herself as a prostitute.
Has Darnell ever admitted cheating on you?
He did admit cheating. That's why we're here, because he took it back.
Hey, whoa. He said he did cheat?
He said he cheated.
With this same woman?
With this woman.
And now he's saying he didn't?
And now he's saying he didn't. So I want the truth.
Aren't you worried if you think he is cheating with this other woman, and I'm guessing you and Darnell still have a sex life, aren't you worried you're sharing?
Oh, ain't no more sex till we find out the truth.
He disappears, where does he say he's going?
He disappears, he goes to Briscoe's house.
Oh, Briscoe. So what's he doing up there in your house, Briscoe?
I don't know what's our problem, but Tim Acosta gonna tell it all today.
Now, I understand you think he's doing something with your food stamps.
Yes, I believe he cashed my food stamps in to spend it on this woman. And if he did that, and I had my grandbabies with me, we are gonna go down on him.
So why are you staying with him if you really think if he's admitted cheating on you and doing all this, why the hell are you still with him?
Because he confuses me by saying he didn't, and I just want to know the truth.
Now, I understand there was something about a love letter. You think he sent the wrong love letter to the wrong woman?
He went away for a little while and sent a letter to me that said how we had sex so long, woke up the next morning, made love. When did we ever do that? He even tried to give me the time and day that we did it. I want to know the truth.
So you telling me he and you don't have a sex life?
We have a good sex life where we used to when we first started out.
Right. Things gone a little quiet in that department, because I'm thinking, is that why you... It did?
Yes, it did.
Did he push you away or you push him away?
I don't know. I think we just do it when we feel like it. We don't do it.
So are you worrying that he's doing it with someone else?
I'm worried now, yes, I am.
Now, tell me about your daughter, Shante. Does she come around your house anymore?
Well, she does. She hasn't came to my new house because of Darnell.
She doesn't like
she
him.
just tolerates him, but hopefully this test will prove
So hang on, you're saying your own flesh and blood won't come to your house because she doesn't like Darnell?
That's right.
What happens when he's taking this lie detector?
Stella gonna find her new groove back. Right to Trisha show, y'all.
right, I think it's time we heard from Darnell. Now, before he comes out, take a look at how he explains his escapades.
Okay.
Coming up, me and one of my siblings had a pact. He wanted to be married and have no kids. I wanted to gain kids, but never to be married. But when I got with Lynette, that all changed. I can really see myself faithfully being married to this woman. Lynette means everything to me. But for the past 5 years, Lynette has been obsessively accusing me of cheating on her. A friend of ours has this ex, and Lynette thinks I slept with her. Let's just say this. I wouldn't use another man's penis to sleep with that woman. I admit, I've cheated on Lynette, but that's been over 4 years ago. Shantae is Lynette's daughter, and I feel she only listened to her mom's story and not the real story. My manhood was like the police. It served with protection. But today, Lynette's the only woman that I'm serving and protecting. When I pass this lie detective test, this argument needs to stop. And Lynette needs to realize that I love her and only her.
Let's meet Darnell. Hi, Darnell. Yeah. So what about this woman that she suspects you of being with?
Oh, man, Trisha, look. I love the heck out of this woman.
Right.
I love her to death. I do more for her than I would do for myself or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did nothing with that woman, and that's why I'm here to prove.
All right, so tell him some of the. Let's go through. You admitted on that tape that you have cheated on her.
I admitted it, Trisha. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, she
said
would
I
come
was
to me.
nagging
You know what I'm
him.
saying? Exactly.
Hang on. Have you cheated on her or not?
I have in the past, but not with that trash. No, I have not.
When was the last time? How long ago did you cheat? Let's work that one out.
My son is currently 22, 4 years ago.
I knew that, but Trish, Tim gonna tell the truth.
What, you think there's gonna be more women?
Oh, yes.
So the food stamps money, where'd that go?
It was one of my ways of providing for me and Lynette.
Is there any other woman, or are we just focusing on this woman?
Yeah.
Darnell.
Her name is AKA Tiny, Lynette. This is my two women right here.
If that was true, you wouldn't admit it.
So when you're up with Briscoe, they're not threesomes or anything like
That's
that?
my buddy. Ain't no threesomes.
Now, we also heard that
games.
Shantae, her daughter Shantae, doesn't come around
Oh,
anymore
wow.
because of you. What do you mean, oh wow?
See, she's a product of Lynette.
Meaning?
What?
A younger version of Lynette.
Well,
and
why
she
you
only hear
wouldn't?
one side of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
She hears what Lynette has to say. She only, and like I said at first, Lynette's very manipulative. She's very convincing.
Oh, that's not true.
Girl, if I could invent a website for you, it'd be called needali.com.
All right, let's listen to what Lynette's daughter Shantae has to say.
Yes.
My mother didn't raise me, but that never stopped me from loving her. Now my mom is in a relationship with some man named Darnell, and he is no good for her. When my mom first met Darnell, he was a rebound. Who stays with a rebound that long? I think Darnell is cheating. I get calls at 2 a.m. in the morning from my mother, talking about her food stamp card is missing, women in her house, and she can't even find Darnell. And to make matters worse, Darnell is verbally abusive. I will not tolerate any man disrespecting my mother. It's been 2 years since I've been to my mother's house because I don't want to be around Darnell. This is about more than Darnell being a cheating man. It's about him not being the right man for my mother.
Let's meet Shantae.
Next.
Why are you disrespecting my mother in front of my children, in front of me? He is verbally abusive.
Man, your own
That is my
business.
business.
You know
That
what
is
I'm
my
saying?
business. That is my business.
Later, the truth comes out.
Did the panties Maria find in the car belong to a woman you had sex with?
The polygraph determined that Valchez.
You are the fire. Get off my stage.
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
Lynette means everything to me. But for the past 5 years, Lynette has been obsessively accusing me of cheating on her. A friend of ours has this ex, and Lynette thinks I slept with her. I admit, I've cheated on Lynette, but that's been over 4 years ago. Shantae is Lynette's daughter, and I feel she only listened to her mom's story and not the real story.
Have you cheated on her or not?
I have in the past, but not with that trash.
You think there's going to be more women?
Oh, yes.
Her daughter Shantae doesn't come around anymore because of you.
See, she hears what Lynette has to say.
I think Darnell is cheating. And to make matters worse, Darnell is verbally abusive. I will not tolerate any man disrespecting my mother.
Let's meet Shantae.
Wow.
Hi, Shantae.
I'm definitely
Yes, y'all
crazy
are.
for my mother. Definitely.
And I'm crazy in love with your mother.
I'm not in love with my mother.
Who are you to tell me that?
If you love my mother, you wouldn't be cheating on my mother. My mother wouldn't be
cheating
calling
on
me
your
at 2
mom.
o'clock in the morning with issues that she having with you.
Your mama got issues, period.
My mother does not. No. You the issue.
Do you think
we
he's a
finna
good
find out
partner?
today.
Not at all.
Why not?
He is verbally abusive.
What?
In
Like
front of
what? What does he
anyone.
say?
Just calling her out of her name, disrespecting her in front of my children.
So is that why you haven't come to the house?
I don't want to be around him. Like, me sitting right here is too much right now. She doesn't need to be with him at all.
Is this one woman that you can't charm?
No, he's not charming me, and he's not charming her. Like, right now, she's quiet. For what? She needs to tell him how she feels about what's going on.
So, Lynette?
Darnell, I love you. If this letter text come back that you're cheating on me, it's over.
Why? Why do you love him?
You know what? I've been telling you for years. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even have to come this far.
If she's looking for you at
What
2 in
you
the
need
morning...
to do actually is mind your own
That
darn
is my business.
you know
That
what
is
I'm
my
saying?
business.
And tell
That
her-
is my
tell-
business.
Tell your
That is my
mother
business.
I am
to
my
control
That is
her
my business.
relationship.
That
You know
is my
what I'm saying?
business.
You said your mum didn't raise you.
No, my grandmother, her mother raised me.
So do you feel that your mum's put men before you?
I don't feel like she put men before me, but I do feel like she puts him before me. Like last year for Thanksgiving, she was supposed to come to my house and cook. But when I said he couldn't spend the night at my house, she didn't come.
You didn't want him in your house?
Now, I said he can come eat, but he cannot spend the night. We're gonna spend the night and cook together. I compromised to let him come, but he can't spend the night at my house.
So why didn't you go?
Because he couldn't come.
I went to his family's house. I did that.
Why didn't you go to your own daughter's house?
I don't know, blind, just blind.
I don't know what the lie detector's going to say.
That he lying.
You think he's lying?
Yes.
Just the opposite of what she's saying.
That he's lying.
What
And
he's
you
gonna
know
say.
what? If he passed, congratulations.
Well,
Still
thank
leave
you.
my mother alone.
Really?
That
Yes.
I'll never do for the rest of my life.
Joining us is Tim Acosta, our private investigator and polygraph examiner. So, Tim, all right, are you ready? Okay. So I'm going to get the questions as usual. I don't know what they are. I don't know what. I'm just reading from them. So we'll find out from Tim whether you're lying or if you're telling the truth. Anything to confess before we start?
I've done that already to her and
It's a
Tim.
non-valid show.
Okay, so let's find out. So let's go, Tim. Here are Darnell's lie detector results. We asked you, Darnell, do you want the truth to come out today? You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
Okay. We asked you, have you taken women over to your neighbor Briscoe's house? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
We asked you, when Lynette caught you on the phone in the middle of the night, were you communicating with another woman? You said no.
Setting a
Tim?
4:15 alarm.
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
We asked you, when you had Lynette's food stamp card and sold it for money, did you spend that money on another woman? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
We asked you, was the letter you wrote to Lynette meant for another woman? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
We asked you, have you ever had sexual intercourse with your friend's ex-girlfriend? You said no.
Come on.
Tim?
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
We asked you. We asked you, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone Lynette doesn't know about? You said no.
The polygraph determined that Darnell was being truthful.
I ain't clapping for that.
I'm a good man. I love this woman with all my heart. I'm a darn good man.
So, how do you feel about that, Shantae?
Whether he's cheating or not, what's with the verbal abusiveness? You say you love her, but why are you treating her a certain way? That's my biggest issue. Why are you disrespecting my mother in front of my children, in front of me and anybody else? Like, what's the issue?
A lot of this, Shantae, comes from that Tim. Thanks very much, my friend.
Well, it's you.
I want to thank him first of all, because I've been saying this for years.
But
I have not done it. I will not do it. That particular one, ain't worth it.
All right, but what I'm saying is, what I'm hearing from Shantae is if this verbal abuse happens in front of her children, you're messing with another generation's head.
Right.
You know, that's true. That's true. You know, and I do want to apologize for that and a whole lot more, but your mom knows how to push you're women. You women know what to do to trigger a man to say or do.
Come on. Nobody makes you do it.
This is my belief. I might be hands down wrong.
Listen, my point is, what you two want to do behind closed doors is your own business. But when there are children there, it doesn't matter what buttons anyone pushes, you can control your mouth, sure.
I do to a certain extent. I do my damn. I'll put it like that. I do my damn, but it's only so much. You know what I'm saying? That a person would take.
Doesn't that bother you? She doesn't want to
bother me.
Well, then maybe you need to really sort out your relationship so those kids can be around you.
Sure.
We'll be back.
Next.
Did the panties Maria find in the car belong to a woman you had sex with?
The polygraph determined that Valchez
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
My father was never around when I was younger, so I knew when I had children, I'd rather have their father in their lives. I met this man named Valchez, and he swept me off my feet. I know Valchez is cheating on me, even though he just denies. I started finding underwear and earrings in his car.
I'm not cheating on my woman, Maria. But one thing I am is controlling. Maria is young, and I know her past. And ain't no woman of mine's gonna be running around.
Are you telling me you never cheated in this haze of drinking? You've sat down with other women drinking and maybe the lines have been crossed?
No, ma'am.
I'm just gonna read the questions and what you said, Valchez, and whether you were telling the truth or not. So let's get started. We asked you, Valchez, when you told Maria you were going fishing, were you lying? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was being truthful.
There you go. Okay. Sorry, Tim. We asked you, was the woman who called Maria claiming to be your fiancée telling the truth? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was being truthful.
Thank you.
Okay, shut up. We asked you, during your relationship with Maria, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman other than Maria? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was not being truthful.
Just a minute. Hey, we asked you, were you lying when you told Maria you were going to Arizona to visit family? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was not being truthful.
We asked you, did the panties Maria find in the car belong to a woman you had sex with? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was not being truthful.
I do not know anything about the panties.
We asked you, asked you, did the earrings that were found in the car belong to a woman you had sex with? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Valchez was not being truthful.
Just a minute. I asked you if you had a problem with alcohol. Now, these things may well have happened, and I asked you about in a drunken haste. Now, often people think they're so drunk that they won't remember, but your subconscious will remember. Now, the only way you come back from that is to really be honest about crossing that line if you've struggled with alcohol, and I think it takes guts to admit you have got a problem. If you're honest, your drinking has taken you across lines and you don't want to see it happen to her, am I right?
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now what are you going to do? Because some of the things you passed on, some of the things you didn't. And excuse me, I'm going to trust Tim and his years of experience over you and your excuses. Now you have two choices here. You can either be honest now that you have crossed some lines and talk about how you come back from this and be a good role model to your little boy.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can just keep on with the machine's got it wrong, the machine's got it wrong. So is this a time, a safe place where you can be honest?
Yes, ma'am.
So you did cross some lines?
Yes, ma'am.
You did?
I have crossed the line.
Did you get into some situations with women and you still love her?
Yeah, I love her with all my heart.
Yeah, but because of the drink, maybe you went too far with a woman and you regretted it.
Yes, ma'am. But I had told her, like, one time somebody tried to, I was drunk and they tried to pull my pants down and I woke up. I told her about that.
You confessed a little bit, but didn't finish confessing. But you did it so.
Because you were drunk.
We're through.
Because you were drunk, this woman or whoever she was able to get you in a situation where you wouldn't normally, if you were sober, you wouldn't have gone there, right? Am I?
Took advantage of me.
Yeah, she
took advantage of me, y'all.
Right. Instead of trying to control that which you have no right to control, i.e. another human being's life, why don't you work on controlling your drinking, which will benefit your little boy, your relationship, and everything else?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good idea?
You're right.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you going to stay with him on this journey? Or?
I don't know. My heart's telling me to just pack up back to Detroit and pack up my leaving. That's what my heart's telling me right now. My heart's telling me to go back home.
When you cheated on, but when you cheated on me.
Can I make a suggestion? When she cheated on you, you chose to stay with her. She's now making a choice which take her away from you.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, can I suggest to you, if you still have love in your heart for this man, that if you do go to Detroit, you keep in contact with him, and when he has joined a sobriety program, when he has been in therapy and successfully completed that you consider having him back. You can be the prize at the end of the journey instead of the trampling ground on the way to it.
Yeah.
Would that be a good idea?
Yes, ma'am, it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Yeah, but I'm just, it's just that I don't want to.
I know what you're saying, but if you want to win her back, then you need to be in control of yourself first. We'll be right back.
Next. What happened after the cameras stopped rolling? Updates on today's guests.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
Welcome back. We wanted to give you updates on the stories that appeared on today's episode. And as always, we waited until the last minute before this show aired to get you the most accurate information. So here is today's Trisha Airdate update.
Despite my advice and the evidence revealed on this show, Maria is sticking with Valchez. Valchez still refuses to accept the results of the lie detector test. And much to Shantae's disappointment, Lynette has decided to stay with Darnell.
We'll be right back.
Secret sex lives.
Just a minute. Hey.
Today on Trisha.
I want to thank you for watching today. Join me again soon for some more truth. Take care. Yeah.